Hi folks, this is Rose from In Rose's Garden, and today we are going to work on a pair of earrings to match the bracelet we made earlier from our Thunderhorse Descendant January inspiration bundle, Let the Light In. I really like this bundle, it's very pretty. This one, of course, is going to use the furnace glass like the other one. So let's turn down and we'll get started on that. Okay, here are the items I've got out for these earrings. I've got 2 ball head pins. I've got 2 post pieces, earring posts with the little ring to hook onto. And of course the backings for those. Then I've got 2 crystals and lots of silver spacers. And then from my inspiration bundle, I have some more furnace glass. Now I'm making these to match the bracelet we made before. Here's our bracelet. Isn't that pretty? And sparkly. So these earrings are going to be made to match this. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one of our ball head pins, make sure it's pretty straight. We're going to get one of these smaller round spacers, a crystal, a bigger one of the furnace glass. Now we want to try and get the biggest 2 furnace glasses on the bottom here, so I think that's probably going to be this one. Then another silver spacer. We're going to put this one on the other one. And like those on the other. So another one. This is the medium size of the furnace glass. And the smallest one. And then we're going to put on one of these little spacers again. And that's what they're going to look like, just like so. So we'll bend this so it stays in place. And then we're going to string up the other one just the same way. There we go. Bend this one. And now it's time to roll them up and hook them to their posts. So in order to do that, I get out my stepped bell making plier. I used the smallest one. We tuck it in here, wrap it around, drop it down, bring it over, straighten it to a lollipop shape, leaving a bit of gap in it so we can get our earring posts on there. So we'll just slide our earring post on here. Now if this had a definite front and back, you'd want to make sure that when you put this on that it was going to end up facing the front. So you just put your pliers where the wires come together. I switch hands because I like to have it switched. And then take your second pair of pliers and wrap your top wire up. Looks like I have enough here to get 4 wraps in. So once I have those done, we'll clip off the little bit of extra and tuck it in. There's one earring done. Put its back on. And there we have our first earring. Now we do exactly the same thing to the second one. Put it in the pliers so that the top barrel is, the smallest barrel is on top. Wrap it around, and I just wrap that crooked, so I'm going to have to straighten it some. It's all right, I know how to do that. Bring it around, drop it down, bring the wire over, and now use where you straighten it. There you go. It's a little crooked still, so let's put it back in and we'll straighten it some more. There we go. Put our ear wire in, or our post I should say. Oops. These are tiny, they're sort of hard to work with sometimes. In. Did you go around? Yep. Now grab it where the two connect. Switch hands if you're me. And then we're going to wrap right here. Oops, I got it going a little low, so we need to pull that up so it'll wrap properly. Cut the little bit of extra off and tuck her in. And now I'm going to have to straighten it again. Uh-oh. My little ball head's falling through here at the bottom. That's not going to work. It's doing the same over here, but I hadn't noticed it earlier. So we're going to have to cut these loose, put something a little smaller at the bottom here so that it won't go over the ball head. See how the little ball is trying to come off of here? It will come off sooner or later because it's already gotten halfway there. So we'll cut these loose, get some new wires, get some new smaller little balls for the bottom, and we'll get going again. Okay, I've got a couple of more different little bald head spacers, and I've got a couple new ball head pins. And we are going to cut these loose. We're going to cut it right here at the top so we can get the, and I'm going to use my thicker pliers because I'm going to cut both loops, sides of the loop at once. Get my post out of the way so I don't cut its loop as well. And we'll just snap that off. And now this baby's all by itself again. Now to get the beads off, I'm going to cut them down here. See, that just popped right off. The hole is too big. And now I'm just going to cut this ball off. Well, I thought I was going to cut this ball off. Boy, it looks like it's going into the bead too, so I guess we're going to cut this side. And we're going to string these up exactly the same, except, of course, it's going to have a different ball spacer. Now, I'm going to show you the difference between these two, if I can get the hole to go upwards on both of them. Now, see the difference in the hole? This one is much bigger than this one. So this is the one we're going to replace with. This is the one that just messed us up because it went off the ball. So we'll start with this one, and this is for the other earring here. This one will stay at the top. The bigger one is fine. It's not a problem. But now see how that one doesn't slide over that little ball head? So it stays in there pretty good. So we'll just string it up exactly the same as on the old one. And now we will wrap it just like we did the other before. So we get our step bell making pliers, put this in so the small barrel is at the top, wrap it, bring it around, down and around, straighten her up, leave a little space so we can get our post in, and then we'll come over here, put our post in, there we go, grab hold. It's a little more difficult here with the end on the cap on. I could take it off, I suppose, so that it wasn't in my way, but let these slide down here and then start wrapping our, I'm going to have to take that off. It's getting in the way too much. Cut off this little bit of excess, tuck it in, okay. Now let's see if we need to straighten anything. Looks just a tad crooked, so we'll take our pliers and just straighten it just a hair's breadth. And there's our earring done. We'll put our back onto it, and we'll cut loose the second one and get it doing. Looks weird right there. Don't know what's going on. Let's see if we can get it to straighten some. There we go. So now we will cut this baby loose. Now I'm using my heavy duty pliers because I'm cutting through 2 wires up at the top here instead of just one, because we're going from side to side. Make sure your post wire is not out. Well, it is out. We don't want to cut our post wire off. Then, looks like this time around I can cut it loose on this side. Looks like our little ball spacer has got the ball head stuck inside it here on this one. So I'm going to try and get hold of it with my pliers so I can pull it loose. Come on, you went in there, you got to come out. There we go. Now we will feed these on. Come on, you. Now, because I got it cut off that side, I can just take them and pull them off and run them back into the new one. Okay. Looks like we're relatively straight up here on top. Maybe this one needs to go back just a hair's breadth. So just put your pliers in and turn it some. And there is our second one. Let's put our earring back on this. And now we're done again. And this time we're actually done because they're not falling out. So there they are. And they will match our bracelet quite nicely. Here's the bracelet. See how those go nicely together. So this has been Rose from In Rose's Garden, and we have been using the Thunderhorse Descendant inspiration bundle. Let the light in. Let the light in. Making a pair of earrings to match the bracelet we made earlier. Here are those earrings. Aren't they pretty? Really like that touch of blue with the clear. So there's the earrings. And this is the bracelet we made to match, or made them to match. Hope you enjoyed making these with me. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.